Yeah, let's see how on time I am. Yeah, a little late. I mean, I was kind of ready. I was putting the bracelet on, the Maritac, I think is what it's called. They shipped it, CountyCom shipped it on this, does that say on there? It says, they shipped it on the single pass. Actually works really good, but being all titanium, I wanted to try it on the bracelet. So I went ahead and installed that. These things are crazy affordable, guys. They're very good watches. Yeah, a little sharp around the edges, maybe. Yeah, I could see that, but I don't know that you would feel it on wrist because it's a lot smaller than I'm used to wearing as well. You know, it's a 40 mil watch, so the only other one that I've checked out was a stainless steel one, which the bezel action on the titanium is not as nice as the stainless steel one was. But let's see, random reloads here, Wilsonk here, Floridian off duties here. Blue shirt Buddha's here, joined my founders group. We're getting close to that 100 founders level. Junior Johnson, hello from Michigan. Yeah, the loom, the Farian, the loom on it is really good. It felt weird even signing up to do this live just because I just did that live stream with Bruce last night at like 6 o'clock. So it feels kind of weird. Plus, I wasn't out in the field today. I wasn't doing my normal work. I was doing a bunch of modules and everything from home on the computer, which was like not good. It didn't feel good at all just to kind of sit around and do computer work. I don't know how you guys sit inside. If any of you guys have like inside jobs, I don't know how you sit inside and do computer work all day. It'd drive me nuts. I was like pulling my hair out. I couldn't wait to get out of the house. Let's see, Anish is here. Jeffrey is here. Holden is here. Hey Rob, I have a Casio G-Shock DW 5600, or no, DW 5000 from 1983. Is it worth keeping? I would say so. Yeah, definitely keep that. If you have one of the original ones from 1983, yeah, you could probably even like give it a refresh. I'm sure. See, Dave's waiting for the bunker to get back in stock. I know a lot of people are kind of waiting on that. They sold really good, and they're waiting on a restock on them. So, yep, the bunker is an awesome watch. Lyndon is here. Says, I made it. Thanks for the recommendation on the Black Bay 41, Rob. Strap options for the Bay. Did you get you got the regular, when you say Black Bay 41, you're talking like this one, but in the black dial? Or are you talking the diver? I'm assuming you're talking about this one. I got to try to keep it clean. Got to try to keep it clean for my buddy. It's got a few marks on it, nothing major. Let's see. What's the founders list? I'll show you in a little bit. As soon as we get more people signed on, I'll actually show you my Discord chat in the founders group. I'll give you a glimpse into it. The main founders group is probably going to be full, but there will be some openings in the co-founder tier for a lot of people to jump into. Zach says, "Hey Rob, glad there's a white dial on YouTube. I missed that white Rolex Oyster Perpetual 39. Yeah, that was a really nice watch. Kind of bummed out when they launched the Oyster Perpetual 41. If they would have done a white dial on that, that would have been killer. Yeah, Lyndon got that style, but in black. What color bunker should I get? Steve asked. I don't know. It seems like a lot of people got this one. So what was there? 3 colors. I had this one, and then more of like a gray colored one, and then they had one that's kind of like an off-white cream type one. I kind of want to see that one. So if you order that one, let me know. I guess I could probably get a hold of Swiss Watch Company and see if they can send me one. Quentin is asking about the crown operation on the bunker. Let me check it. Clayton from Watchdog Podcast is here. Let's see. Let me check it out. Jack is saying he's going to send back the SKX titanium. You can hold on to that for a little while and wear it if you want. If you're not wearing it, then yeah, send it back or whatever. But so I unscrewed it. I'm winding it. That feels good. You know, that part of the operation feels fine. So when I do a lot of these, especially with titanium, they can get funky. You push it in, you backspin it until you feel it drop, and then screw it in. I mean, it's titanium and you're screwing it in and it's winding the movement, so it feels a little, tough, but like definitely caught threads and screwed in no problem. So I suggest pushing it in, back threading it until you feel it drop into its thread, and then go ahead and thread it in. I think you'll be fine. Let's see. Oh, my buddy Michael, Desire 68 Frogman's here. Camera's kind of blurry. Could be my internet. You might have to refresh maybe. I think my internet's all right. Is it blurry for everybody else? I mean, I could end it and restart it. If it's blurry for everybody else, let me know. I can. We're so early into it. I can end it and I can restart it and see if it works better on my end. There might be some lag issues potentially. I don't know. But you got to remember, it's going to be, I think they broadcast live streams in like 720. It's not going to be crazy clear. It's not going to be like I can do close-ups and super clear or anything like that. It's going to be somewhat messed up. So sometimes just exit out of it and then jump back in. Maybe it'll clear up, maybe it won't. Blurry on phone, yeah. Interesting. Let's see. Hey, Pete, chilling with watches is here. What is everybody wearing today? Caleb is asking, best small diver sub 500. Small diver under sub 500. That new, I don't know how much it costs, but I have to go on the web. How much is that new Squale 39 millimeter? Let's see. Seiko Baby Alpinist, Citizen Pro Master, tough for me. Jade Monster. Okay, yeah, you guys are sounding off what you're wearing. Just the Watch is chiming in. Hey guys, did I miss anything? No, we just got started. Let's see. Gamers asking, what do I think about the Tecel divers? It's hit or miss. I've seen some good ones, and I've seen some ones that were like kind of crap, to be honest with you. So it's hit or miss really with those Tecels. Helsing Shark Diver with applied indices. Those are nice. G-Shock, GW5000. I guess you're going to keep that one, huh, Steven? Craig's wearing his Long Island watch Red October. I still will hopefully get one of those in on the show to check out. I know, Craig, you just sent me a package, and I'm not. That's plenty. Like I'll end up getting one of those on the show eventually. Don't feel like you need to send yours. We're good. Weeby is wearing the Veyor Field on Barton. That's cool. I like those. Brent, how am I liking the Super Ocean? Man, I tell you, I am absolutely in love with this. I feel like I have a pretty good read on like honeymoon, non-honeymoon, and stuff like that. It's definitely got stay power, that is for sure. And the 42 millimeter, it just wears. The 42 by 50 on this versus even the Seamaster is so polar different as far as how it presents on wrist and everything. And I like the way both of them wear on wrist. But man, I'm really feeling the Breitling right now. It just wears crazy good on wrist. Let's see, Wilson's rocking the Patty Monster. Somebody's wearing a knockoff Monster. Some G-Shocks on the list too. Who sent me? Somebody already sent me a super chat. Where was that? I missed it. Somebody sent me a $2 super chat. I'm trying to scroll back. I don't know if I can go back far enough. I totally missed it. Oh, there it is. Gamer, what do you think about the Tassel divers? Oh, okay, I answered that. Thanks for the super chat, Gamer. And yeah, the Tassel divers. I think, like I said, it's a run of luck on those. Whether you get one that's really good or you get kind of a dud or something in between. I've legit handled a few of them, and I've handled some that were like really, really good, and I've handled some that definitely had issues. So it's, yeah, I don't know. See, like now I've been wearing the Super Ocean, and I just put my Seamaster on, and wow, that feels so good on wrist, guys. And I know it wears bigger and stuff like that, but there's going to be some days where I'm just going to like, I want a little more weight and presence, and this one definitely provides that. Holden has asked a few times, can anyone tell me what an original 1983 G-Shock DW 5000 model 240 from 1983 is worth and what they should flip and fairly for? You're gonna have to do some research on that. Those models are all over the place with price. There's not a standard answer to that because they come in all different conditions and everything like that. So, would you sell? AA is asking, would you shell out for a Submariner if Rolex released a white dial? Oh man, that's a legit question. First of all, AA, they won't ever do it. Rolex just does not do white dialed sport watches very often. You know, they have a couple, but I think they would be more likely to do an Explorer 1 white dial long before they would do a white dial diver. I just don't see it happening. But to answer your question, yeah, I would be very tempted. I don't think I'd be able to get one though, because there would be probably a crazy long list for that. CPG says, hey Rob, I just ordered the Aquadive 100. Have you ever held one in person? No, I don't think I have. Yeah, white dial sub would be nuts. That would be so cool. All right. Man, we're only 12 minutes in. There's already over 100 people here. That's cool. Let's see. Seiko Ice Monster. Somebody's rocking one of those. That's cool. Jeffrey's wearing the black G-Shock all metal. Let's see. Bunker or the Resolute. I'm not sure what the Resolute is. I haven't handled one, so I would go with the Bunker. Just what I know, what I've handled. Let's see. Razor is asking, is it dumb to mod an SKX007J1? No, not at all. I mean, there's something to be said about keeping one bone stock, whether it's a K or a J, but do whatever you want, man. If you want to mod it, mod it. If you want to keep a stock, keep a stock. Let's see. Mod what you want, yeah. Jeffrey says, just get the Rolex White Dial Polar Explorer 2. Awesome piece. Yeah, I was toying with it, and I actually just let the opportunity slip through my fingers, just because I have other things going on, and it was going to be a bit too much for me all at once. Let's see. Random Reload says, since it's Tuesday, at least here in the UK, what do you make of the new 2021 Speedy? And more importantly, is the price hike justified? I'm not a Speedy guy, to be honest with you, so I'm just going off of what other channels have said. It seems like it's being received pretty good. It's a nice upgrade. It was due for an upgrade. And the price hike is probably going to be justified because people are probably going to buy every single one they make. So it is what it is. I mean, if I were into Omega Speedmasters, I would probably want the new one. Let's see. Oh, Trosca released 3 watches. Yeah. Trosca released a few watches yesterday. They all look really good. I don't have any of them, so I'll try to get a hold of the owner of that. We'll check on that. Jay Bradley is asking, how's the JL build coming? Plans. It's, you know what, it's mild. I basically, all I did really was take care of things that I felt needed to be taken care of to make it a better vehicle for everyday use. So I don't know that I really have any more plans for it necessarily. I can't put a lift on it because it won't fit in my garage, and I'm not going to spend the money to modify my garage just to fit a lifted Jeep in it. So, Michael, thoughts on the Yamaha Superman Heritage? You know, I was just emailing back and forth with someone from Yamaha today or yesterday, so I'll probably be bringing in some more of their watches. So I'll hold my judgment on that till I handle more of them. Yeah, Craig, 100%. The new Speedy looks nice. It's basically much like the old ones. It didn't upset any balance, except for it's going to have a new METAS certification on the movement. So now it's actually a legitimate, really good movement instead of just kind of a ho hum type movement. Let's see. Odd Job says, I've been researching Hamilton as I have an interest in military history. Where is a good site to purchase a Hamilton? If you're looking to buy brand new Hamilton, go to mimosjewelry.com. He's out in Long Beach, California, and tell him Random Rob sent you, and he will take care of you. Jeffrey says, "Hey Rob, rocking the taco Augsburg. I'm assuming you meant the Laco. I'm gonna start calling them tacos. Oh, that's cool." Jeffrey says, "FJ better than Jeep." Yep, pretty much. As far as being like more reliable, probably, and I wouldn't say more capable, but definitely more reliable. Oh, Craig, I didn't know you ordered the new Traska Cemetery. Oh, for Heidi. Okay. Jay Bradley says Jeffrey's way off his rocker. Laco, not taco. No, Jeffrey. I think that's a sign, man. You probably need to go get a taco. You're probably hungry or something. Let's see. I don't see the Omega. Did you say? No, I'm wearing it. I mean, I didn't set it up. I just pulled it out of the box to put it on. I'm not going to sell the Omega, man. That's not going to happen. El Boogie, your opinion on the Atticus Icarus watch? That's actually a pretty nice watch. Mr. JJ, Rob, your thoughts or knowledge regarding the Audric Seaborn 500 millimeter, 500 meter Swiss made dive watch? I don't know anything about it. I have no clue with it. Oh, here we go. Will you ever own a GMT? So GMTs are not my thing. It's kind of no secret. However, I have been toying with the idea of picking up something. Let's try something. You guys let me know if this works or not. Let me move some of this stuff out of the way. I'll go ahead and put this on wrist. What is the best place to buy Hamilton? I just said that a minute ago. That's Mimo's Jewelry out in Long Beach, California. Tell Mimo that Random Rob sent you. So let's take a look at this real quick. See if you guys can see this. Maybe I'll shut this off, get rid of some of that glare. So if we go here, somebody was asking about, will I ever own a GMT? Well, I was thinking about, how do I go here? Zin, let's go, I don't think it's a special edition, is it? No, I don't think it is. Not on stock. Okay, whatever. So let's go here. Let's go Zin 105. I was looking at, yeah, Watch Buys is the authorized dealer for Zin. So I was looking at the Zin 105. I was looking at this guy. The Zin 105 ST SAW UTC. So as you can see, it is a GMT, but it's the Sellita 300, I think is what it is for the GMT. So you'll have the date at the 6 o'clock. You'll have your really cool orange hand. Now that's not loomed. That's actually, I found there's some regular pictures of it, but that's actually a hollowed out orange hand in the center there. It's not loomed. So that's pretty cool. I was a little indifferent on the indices, the way they're done, and the hands and everything like that. But the real pictures of it, which I guess this is a real picture, I guess. If you look at the real pictures of it, I don't know, it's pretty good. And then the case is a matte case, and then the bezel is actually tegimented steel. I still think it's a 60 click bidirectional, so I mean it's purpose built for tracking a third time zone potentially. So yeah, and I think some people are probably right in saying that it does look better in black, but I like the white dial watches. So if I'm gonna get one, I'm gonna order it in the white. I do agree, the black actually looks probably more legible and does look better, but I want to get the white one. So Craig said he lost picture and sound. Oh well, maybe my live stream's getting messed up. Can you guys still hear me or no? Rob, am I ever going to get tired of white dials? Maybe I will. Some say yes, some say no. Okay, well, hopefully you guys can still hear me. Otherwise I'll just keep talking to myself. Okay, still have picture and sound. We're good. So might just have to refresh. So if we look at my Discord here, I mean, hopefully everyone's cool with privacy and everything like that on here. But so this is my Discord. It's a paid thing to get into my group, and I'm limiting it to 100 founders and 100 co-founders. So, and the 100 founders are actually probably going to fill up like real soon. I think I'm already at like 90 something. I haven't really broadcast this to the regular channel yet, so this is kind of a sneak peek. The co-founders will probably open up. But for example, like right here, this is what I do. So I've posted a video, a Sunday Fun Day video, but only to the founders and co-founders group. And then I list the watches. So there's a Zin 104, a Damasco DS30, a Squale 1545, a Borealis white, a Borealis black. And then I put the prices, and then people that want them just put a thumbs up by it. And then I do a drawing to find out who gets it instead of just doing the fear of missing out sort of thing. So the fear of missing out is removed on that. The other thing that happens in here is called Flipper's Paradise. So there's watches in here for like crazy good deals. Like Jerry just sold his ProTrack for $100. That's gone. This is a crazy good deal right here. Craig Best actually has for $225 or best offer. This is brand new Luminox Bear Grylls, and he bought the orange strap to go with it too. So it has the black strap and the orange strap. I'm seriously tempted on buying that just to get the video and check it out for a little bit, and then I'd probably flip it and pay the flipper tax and probably sell it for less. But so we'll see. John E., who makes awesome dishes, foods and stuff. He's got a San Martin 62 MAS up for $175. There's just crazy good deals on. Here's a Visitor. Anil has a Visitor, the black dial, $480. These are just, I think, close to $600 new. So save yourself money there. Here's a Hamilton. Somebody's just asking about a Hamilton. Alex sold it already. I don't even know what he sold it for, but it was a Hamilton mechanical. Yeah, there's crazy good deals on here, but it's kind of concentrated to just the smaller group. So as soon as I, grow the co-founders list, then there'll be a larger pool there. So Scotty is selling his bottle cap. Remember those? Those are cool. $150. And these are all good sellers. They're all good watches. Here's a Doxa. I don't think they sold this one yet. Parkin, New Jersey. $18.50 shipped. And this thing, it looks brand new, and it's the Sea Rambler sub 300. So it has the bubble crystal and the little bit smaller dial. But beads of rice, it still has some of the plastic on the clasp. That's a killer watch. Just kind of showing you guys real quick some of the stuff. A Green Islander. This is the stuff that we just do all day, every day on this stuff. A full gold turtle with the gold bracelet. A Flight Master with a sapphire. Sometimes you got to dig a little bit deeper in here. Sometimes there's some crazy good deals here. I'll try to figure out a way to get some of this stuff to you guys. I mean, here's a Borealis for $225 shipped. Yeah. So anyway, there's some crazy good deals there. I figured I would share that with you a little bit, guys. All right, let's get back to the comments. Rob, what do you think about Hamilton Khaki Field Day Auto 42 millimeter? I really appreciate your opinion on this. I think that's a great watch. I think it wears really good. You got to remember those field watches are going to wear a little bit bigger. So if you're used to a 42 millimeter like this, right, you're going to have a much larger dial. So the dial is going to be bigger. So it's going to look bigger on wrist. But if your wrist can support that, the 42 millimeter Hamilton is an awesome watch. So if your wrist is good with an actual 42 millimeter field watch, I think you would choose well with the Hamilton. Christian E. Rod the Seiko King. I only have like 3 Seikos, maybe 1 on the way. I really don't have very many Seikos right now. Just had the Christopher Ward. Oh yeah, speaking of Christopher Ward, I was on. There's no way I'd be able to find it right now, but maybe you guys know this if you guys are Christopher Ward heads. Somebody in one of the Facebook groups posted up a picture of an orange dial. It's kind of like the Sapphire case. You know, the Sapphire case where I had like the metal bezel, but I had like a little bit of insert of like the blue sapphire on the bezel. Somebody posted up a picture of that style case, but with orange, and it had an orange dial. And I think he said it was a prototype. It's not on their website. Yeah, are you saying that it's a red dial C60 Sapphire? The one I looked at, I swear it was orange, but maybe it was red. It looked really orange to me. Yeah, so you saw it too. I wasn't losing my mind. I think I even saved the picture. Okay, it's supposed to be red. It must have been just the light that the picture kind of presented in it. It looked a little more orange to me. It looks cool. Let's see. Floridian says, trying to figure out goods and services payment type in PayPal to make payment. Oh, well, we can talk later on that, but yeah, it should only have two selections in PayPal. It should be either friends and family or goods and services. You can send it either way. It doesn't matter. Chris from the Watch Lawn is asking, how am I liking the bright light? I love it, Chris. I absolutely love it. I love everything about it. I even like the clasp. I know this is stuff that some people complain about. I like the clasp. I like the way it functions. There's some quirky things, right, with the clasp, but I don't feel like they're quirky. They're just a characteristic trait. I like the date at the 3 o'clock versus having like a big 3 there. I like the big cartoon numbers. I love the blue, the DLC coding on the back. Like everything about it. I just love it. It's crazy accurate. It wears really good. Yeah, the professional bracelet, the slash style on it is so comfortable. It's crazy. Let's see. Bobby Legs is here. He's Robert's doing a lot of Bobby Legs is doing a lot of watch swapping and stuff too right now. It's pretty cool. See him making some moves. Mr. Merck is asking, what's the one on the right? This one here is the Swiss Watch Company USA Bunker, they call it. And it is a titanium field watch, if you will. There's a look at the case back. Here's a look at the front. And it is using a Swiss movement. It's crazy thin, crazy light, crazy comfortable on this guy here. I'm going to close that because it's actually, my wife usually uses that iPad, so it's probably doing all kinds of alarms on it. Let's see, is the Laco with Swiss movement worth the extra cost? 1,100 versus 400. I would say yes. I prefer the Swiss movements over the Japanese movements. But is it worth it? It's only worth it if you think it's worth it. Otherwise, if you're looking to get a better deal, like a lower cost price point on it, then just get the one with the Miyota in it. because it isn't going to make that big of a difference. It's still going to spin those hands and tell you what time it is. What is the white and black diver with the nice looking bracelet? You don't recognize that? Is the screen that blurry? It's the Omega Seamaster 300 ceramic dial, ceramic bezel, all that stuff. I haven't set this one in a while. I really haven't worn this one since I got back from Florida. What? What do you mean you never saw that watch before? What's wrong with you? That Breitling looks like an expensive watch. Well, I mean, it is, I guess. What is the Breitling? I think the retail on the Breitling is $4,000, and I paid like $3,000 ish. So yeah, I'm digging it. J Rod says, you ever do a collab with a watch company a la TGV and Squale, or would you? I am kind of working on a couple of projects. One is with Carlos from Borealis, so I'm working on that. Craig, what are you saying? Only 8:35. I don't know what you're saying. And then the the time. I wasn't setting the time. I was just playing around with it. I'm not going to set the time on it because I'm probably not going to wear it. I'm going to keep wearing the Breitling. And where was I? Oh, and then I was talking to Elshin at Zelos about working on an upcoming project that he's going to be doing. So I'll send him a message maybe tomorrow and see if we can make contact again, because we kind of stopped talking there for a little bit. Christian E says he was in love with ceramic dials until he cracked one. Yeah, that would suck. That would suck big time. Because I don't know if they just do a full line crack or do they shatter a little bit? Do little pieces end up getting in the movement? That would really suck. Junior Johnson says, how do you join founders and co-founders? You get sponsored by somebody or you beg. You reach out to me and try to make it happen, sort of thing. Because I'm going to monitor who's in it for sure. Holden says, the wife and I have 5 kids, 2 dogs, a mortgage that could choke a horse. Can't afford an Omega. Well, there's a I don't know what your budget is, but I'm telling you right now, I had that white dialed. If you like the white dial and you like 42 mil. Oh, you meant the bezel. Okay. Christian meant he cracked the ceramic bezel. Yeah, that would suck too. But Holden, check out the Christopher Ward C60 divers. I'm telling you, that is probably one of the best values out there for your money when it comes to like a diver like that. And Mr. Rizzo, or Rizon, maybe I should say. Yeah, the Random Rob Zelos will be epic for sure. If we can make it happen, we'll see. Yeah, the Swiss Watch Company bunkers are sold out, but I was told by the owner for the bunkers they are going to be able to do a restock on these within like 2 or 3 months. So it's going to be pretty quick. It'll be like springtime, early spring. Nefarian, yeah, there's already a Random Rob watch. It's the Islander, kind of, I guess. I don't know, not really. It wasn't a collab though. It was just I had mentioned it to Mark, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm going to do that. That's a good idea." So, Longhammer says he just ordered the Troska Freediver. Those are so cool. I know a lot of people that have those, and that, man, they are just scratch resistant to beat all heck. And plus, they have that cool mint dial. I mean, all their dials look really cool, but that mint dial one is really fun. Nefarian says he agrees with Kevin. No faux patina on anything, please. I like the faux patina. Now I'm going to do faux patina only. Mike, good question. Hey, Rob, would you pick a tuna or an MM300? That's an easy answer for me. I've handled many of the both. I would take the tuna all day long. All day long. I like this one. This is the SBBN 031. This one's actually going to be given away to my founders group. And then I have the newer tuna, which this one, actually tomorrow, I should have the Crystal Time, I think it's Crystal Times Sapphire Crystal for this. And then I'm going to send this off to Bruce so he can have his guy install the crystal and pressure test it and make sure everything's good. So this is going to get a sapphire crystal install. And I also have the new tuna with the sapphire and the ceramic, I think ceramic bezel insert is going to be here, I think maybe this Saturday coming up. CFZ, yeah, the tuna giveaway is kind of baller. And like I said, it's going to have the sapphire in there too, so it's going to be good to go. It's brand new. Stickers are still on it and everything. Never been worn. So, but that's going to be for my founders group, which I know I keep telling you guys about. But much like I show a lot of watches that you probably can't get right now, you're probably not going to be able to get into the founders group. Yeah, just the watch. You're right. Somebody did ask how much the bunker is. I'm pretty sure they hit the price point of $400. I think is what these actually sold for or do sell for. And I'm sure there'll be some on the secondary market too. Yeah, being a founder. Well, there's even more to that too. There's watch tours, and then there's monthly giveaways as well. So, see, Detroit Spartans in the house. The new Fratello Oris Crown Pointer date is pretty sick for a red dial. I just ordered one. I'll have to check that out. I know Bruce just had a red dial one on there. Is that the one you're talking about? Let's see. What is the diver left of the tuna? This is the Maritac. I think the SR35. I don't know if it says it on the case back. No, it doesn't say. But I know some people gripe that this is a 100-meter water resistance. It's not a. It's full titanium, which is awesome, and has screw down crown offset to the 4 o'clock position here, and then I believe it has. If I can tell by the winding, that feels like an NH movement, but let's see. Yeah, that's an NH35 or something in there. Yeah, NH35 because it has the ghost date, and you can see how fast the seconds hand is spinning. It's beating at 21,600. So killer loom on this. When we get to the end of the live stream, you'll see when I shut the lights off, you'll see the loom on that is crazy. Steven, shots fired. He says all his Vostoks line up perfectly, unlike my Seikos. Yeah, it does kind of have that German look to it. You're right. Somebody said the Maritac kind of looks like a Zen, has a Zen vibe to it. Let's see. Michael says his next watch is going to be a Zelos or a bunker. Love that bunker. Oh, I can go grab. Let me go grab. I didn't really set up to have a bunch of watches on the table. Let me go grab the Zelos. What is it called? The black tip? I do have that one in. So this is the Zelos Timekeepers Facebook group special edition. Man, I'm just noticing how killer that loom pip up there looks and the shape of it. It's like, it just looked alive when I just looked down at it. It just looks killer. So, yeah, this is a good looking watch. Let's see. Detroit Spartan says, I've never handled the Seiko diver. How thick are the cases generally? I'm not sure what you mean. Like, thick as in, like, I mean, they're like 13.5 mil. You talking about the thickness of the watch? I can't believe you've never handled the Seiko diver. You hit me up and you have a killer collection, but they're pretty standard for the most part. I mean, they're like, depends on, how you check them or whatever, but like the Monster's like 13 mil. I think the SKX is a little bit thicker, like 13.2. They're not very thick. The Tuna's going to be a little bit thicker, probably closer to like 14 or something. They have some thicker ones too, but Mark says he's waiting for his Zelos black tip and Award super compressor. Supposed to get both here at the same day. Ooh, yeah, that's awesome. I'm gonna make a prediction on that, Mark. I bet you are going to I bet you're gonna want to wear the Christopher Ward as long as you can size that bracelet. And I highly, highly recommend getting something like this to do it, or make sure you got a good spot and a nice controlled system to push those pins out, because they're in there. They're in there really good. There was a Jordan says there was an orange Christopher Ward prototype sold. I posted a pic in the Discord founders chat. Yeah, so they were saying it was red, but oh, you know what? Maybe they're making a red sapphire, and that picture that we saw was a prototype that they're not going to do or something, and it has an orange dial. I swear it looked orange to me. Did I miss some questions? Yeah, the Marine Master is really thick. Oh, Ryan, did you buy any watches on vacation? Love the vids. No, I didn't buy any watches on vacation. And really, I pretty much wore the Seamaster the whole time. But I had this watch. I already knew this watch had shipped. So when I got back, I already had the Breitling here. And I had to pay for that too. So that's what I thought, Jordan. It definitely looked orange to me as well. Detroit says, I need to find a store that carries a bunch of Seikos in this area. So if you go into Macy's, usually Macy's will have like a Patty Turtle. They might even have a Samurai in there. They'll have a couple like divers there for you to check out. Let's see. Michael Larson says, or is asking, do I have any Victorinox watches? No, not right now. I don't. Yeah. Detroit says his AD basically carries Rolex and Tag Heuer. Yeah, go to Macy's, check them out, man. And you can usually get some deals. What you got to do is, I'm assuming you're married, Detroit, but drag your wife into Macy's, get her looking at the purses, let her buy a purse, take her Macy rewards or whatever. I think you can get like some sort of rewards or something there, maybe. I can't remember. And then use that to get a better deal on the watch. And then she's happy and you're happy. No, you won't find any JDM there, but I've seen the Patty Turtles there, and I've seen an orange Samurai there. Life and Death. Rob, is there a watch you had in the past that you wish you still had? Nothing really comes to mind, so I'm gonna say no. I can't think of one. And the only reason I say that is really because typically if I sold it, it was to move forward or do whatever my choice was at the time to get something else. So, and I can always revisit. There's the other thing too, like Bruce and I talked about in our live last night. There's always more watches. Like tomorrow, somebody's going to introduce a new watch, right? It's just going to happen, and then we're going to be like, "Oh, that's cool. I want that." So, I don't really stress out about watches that I've sold or anything like that. Michael's asking, has anyone been to a Tourneau store in Vegas? Maybe. I know they have a few stores. I've never been. I shouldn't say that. I've been to a bunch of watch stores, jewelry stores in Vegas. I really didn't pay attention to what brand store it was. So, Junior Johnson. I don't think Kohl's. Does Kohl's have Seiko? No, I don't think Kohl's has Seiko. If they do, I've never seen divers there, at least at mine. Steve Simon says, is it Simmons? Simmons. What up, Rob? Any tips on how to find a good condition Breitling Avenger 2 GMT with 24-hour bezel? Is that a current model? If it is, hit up Saltzman's. If it's not a current model, I would strongly look at like probably Crown and Caliber or something. Let's see. Bruce needs to take down his Christmas tree. I don't know. See, the Christmas tree is like in a room that they don't really hang out in a bunch, or I don't think they do. Maybe they do. So I don't know. It's probably not a priority. He'll take it down eventually, I'm sure. Let's see. Should leave it up till next season. Let's see. Coles in the New York carries Seiko. Yeah, I think the one out by me carries Seiko as well, just not the Seiko divers here. Clayton says his Coles carried the Samurai, so it's going to be from store to store. You never know. Craig G says there is a Tourneau in the Bellagio. I know someone there. So I have been in it. That's the one. I was in the Bellagio, and I met a really nice sales lady there. And maybe it's the same one that you talked to, Craig. She was super cool, and she let me try on the Rolex Explorer, and we tried on. And I straight up told her, "Listen, I'm not buying a watch. She's like, I don't care. I'm not busy. Just let me know what you want to try on." So that must have been a Tourneau's. I don't remember her name, but man, she was crazy cool. And I had just won a little bit of money on the roulette wheel too, or whatever it's called. So not enough to buy a Rolex, but let's see. I'm just here to see the fountain show. What is that? Give me the 3 most sought after Seikos, Rob. Give me the 3 most sought after. Sought after. I don't know if I can tell you sought after. I can tell you probably the most popular are going to be probably the non-diver. These are going to be some non-divers. Probably going to be like the Seiko SKX, the Seiko Alpinist, SARB 017, I think. And then number 3 would probably be the SARB 033, I'm guessing. And that's actually kind of a good 3-piece collection, really, in the Seiko lineup, because you'd have your diver, your regular everyday field watch, and then you'd have a dress style watch. Let's see. Where's the Tudor Boutique in Canada? I don't know Canada at all, so. Let's see. So there's a couple, yeah. Hans says was she was looker. Yeah, she was. I don't think there's any ugly people working the floors at those places. Coles carry Seiko. Got my Patty Monster from Macy's. Mimo was sold out, so I got it from Macy's. That happens. Bellagio has a Rolex AD and an Omega Boutique. I might have been in the Rolex AD then, I'm not sure. Floridian says, flipping is difficult for me. I usually spend a good deal of time researching what I want / like, so it becomes more tangible for me to keep. Hard to let go. Well, you're probably going to be way ahead of the game, though, so. Before she moved to Rolex, very attractive blonde. This lady was a dark-haired brunette. I usually don't talk to blondes. Let's see. Watch companion. Kevin Powell says that Seiko SCVF009, quote, red Alpinist is a unicorn. I'm not sure I've seen that one either. Scrolling through the comments here, guys. Trying to catch them as I can find them here. Anyone here swap out end links on any strap code bracelets? Want to get a universal end link for my turtle bracelet? I've done that. I've bought. I've got a bunch of different strap codes. So sometimes if you can figure it out right, like you can get Super J or something, and you can get one for a turtle if you've already got the end links for another one or something. If you can think ahead, you might be able to make it so you can have a bracelet that'll work on a couple different watches. Mr. Big Boss, thoughts on the Orient Star Diver? Looks good. I haven't seen one yet. Running Dad, have you tried on a Bell and Ross square diver? How do you like it? Square diver. Bell and Ross. I've tried the is it the BR05? It's not a diver though. Do they have a diver version of that now or something? Isn't the BR05 the regular one? Homer sent me one. I almost bought it. That thing was killer. It wasn't a diver though. Let's see. Michael says, I bought a watch box 20 piece from Home Shopping Network. I'm sure it's on the cheap side, but I'm stoked to get all my pieces in one box, not 10 boxes. Yeah, it is something to be said to have it. Like I have my main watch box out to the left here. Actually, it's like right there. Has 10 slots in it, and that's where I keep my main watches. But I have that new watch box. If you watch the Bruce live, it holds 30, and it's a stand-up one. It's actually really cool. I'll do a video of it soon, but it's very cool. Let's see. J Rod is asking Tritium or Seiko Lume. I like Instant Lume. I mean, Tritium watches are cool, but if I'm going to do a Tritium watch, it's probably either going to be, I know I'm going to catch some slack for this, but it'll probably either be a Luminox because it's cheap and they work good, or I'll go with a Ball watch because they're premium and high end. So, Scott, is Oris moving away from red rotors? God, I hope so. I've never really cared for the red rotor. CFC. Okay, here's a good question. Rob, you are usually pretty positive about most watches. Is there any brand or model that you feel or felt strongly negative about? No problem if you prefer. There's some watches that I've had sent in to me, and I sent it back. Like I'm like it looked like a sandbox or something on the dial. I'm like, you sent me a watch that is just full of debris. And then they still wanted me to make the video, and I'm like, I'm telling you, you don't want me to make this video because I'm going to focus on that, and that's all I'm going to focus on. So typically, if a watch is that bad, where it has zero merit, I'm just not going to do a video on it. So I think that helps me remain fairly positive on it. So did you? Don't say it looks like a razor blade. Why even show the movement with the oars? Yeah, pretty much. We like seeing the movements. Detroit Spartan says Hublot is poop. When I talked to Bruce about Hublot, though, he says that is probably one of the cleanest looking dials he's ever seen in macro up close. Because usually, I mean, there's a lot of watches, guys. I don't look at watches in macro usually, but like maybe I can find something on the Breitling or the Omega. There's usually little errors or little something. If you look up really close, you're really going to see it on micro brands. Typically, it's hard to get super clean if you look up close at the hands or some of the printing and stuff like that. You'll see problems. Let's see. So a brief review on Ball with a Tritium moon phase dial that was white and amazing. Yeah, there's something about the Ball watches. They all look amazing, right? And I know there's probably guys out there that just have a bunch of the Ball watches and they collect them or they love them and they just wear them a lot. And really, I think it was probably the last one I had on the show, and I already forgot what it's called, but that was probably one of my favorite ones. I really like the K shape on it. I just wish it was maybe a little bit bigger. I look at them occasionally, but for some reason, I never pull the trigger on it. Same thing with Grand Seiko. I look at Grand Seiko a lot, and they look spectacular even under a loop, but I don't know. For some reason, I just never really pull the trigger on a Grand Seiko even. Let's see. Pat D is asking Floridian, what part of Florida? Pat D's in Tampa. I can help you out, man. Floridian's actually in Chicago. He's lost. He took a wrong turn. He's not even in Florida. Christian's actually in Tampa as well. I was right down by there, guys. I was on Anna Maria Island over Christmas. Dave Moyer says, where's the best place to sell a watch? eBay or Facebook? eBay's fine. I know a lot of people do okay with eBay. Facebook, there are some Facebook groups that usually do okay. You can try Instagram if you have an Instagram account. I've actually sold a few watches there. Depending on where you're at, like city-wise, so you could actually maybe even do the Facebook Marketplace, and you might even sell a watch potentially even local if you have enough population near you. Yeah, you do take a big hit on the Ball watches, that's for sure. Kevin says it happens to him. He likes the micro brands and just can't pull the trigger on the micro brand. That's fine. Micro brand's not for everybody, that's for sure. You know what I mean? Like they're cool watches and they offer a lot of features, right? Like here's a couple of really good examples of some good micro brand watches. I think, quite frankly, and I was very vocal on this, the Swiss watch company Bunker at $400, they underpriced this. That this should be more than 400. This should probably be like 550. Just my opinion. And then they're going to do a bracelet. The bracelet's probably not going to be cheap either, but this is a home run watch, and I think it's timeless too. Let's see, No, I think J Rod saying Christopher Ward microbrand. No, I think that's been talked about a lot of times. I think I think they're more of a boutique brand at this point. They're doing too much. They're doing too good. Let's see. Nikki says, my dad is a hoarder of flea market watches. Oh no, that's not good. Maybe there's a gem in there somewhere. Kevin says, brutal that I traveled to Florida during a pandemic. Okay then. You create a bubble, right? This is not very difficult to figure out. You create a bubble, you quarantine the people you're going to be around, you quarantine, and then when you go on vacation and when you travel, you hang around those people. So if you do that, you've created the bubble, there's no risk. None of us got sick, none of us got anyone sick. You're in a bubble. It's fine. It's super easy to do. It's not complicated to live in this type of environment. Floridian says, Rob, I'm going to have to change my name to Chicago and when I move back to Florida. Yes, please do. That would be hilarious. Are you seriously moving back to Florida though? Because I need more buddies down in Florida. Because I'll do a Michigan meetup and then I'll do a Florida meetup, maybe on the same weekend. Scott says he found a gem in his family's watches, a Belova Accutron from '72 that was in a box. And wow, that's a score, man. That's a cool watch for sure. Let's see. Edward Klein, why is it so dang hard to flip a Citizen? Depending on what Citizen it is. That can happen to a lot of different watches. I know a lot of flippers, and some of them have some serious issues flipping certain watches. So it depends on the watch. It really does. John Van Leeuwen, what micro brands do you think have the best mix of quality and value? I'll probably have to do a video on that. Really, I can't even talk about it here. There's a lot of really good ones out there. Nikki's actually in Fort Myer. When I was down in near the Sarasota area, I was looking at houses down in Fort Myer area outskirts. Seemed like there was some really good real estate down there. So Kevin S is asking, have I ever been to Frankenmuth? Yes. So I think twice now. And I was surprised because usually, I'm just traveling through. So like you drive right by Birch Run, you have to go off the highway and then drive over to Frankenmuth. And I mean, unless you're going over there for like the Christmas themed thing, or if you're going over there for the quote world famous fried chicken, which I don't eat meat, then really what's the point of going over there? But that is seriously the coolest little clean town. Yeah, it is like super, super cool. And it was fun to go visit. So if I ever have time, I will actually swing through there again and just walk the downtown just as a nice little break. Clayton's asking if anyone bought the 18 karat gold ocean crawler. I would say no. Detroit Spartan says, my girlfriend's dad bought a bunch of property on Siesta Key years ago, is doing pretty good now, still lives in the Oaks on Osprey. Yeah, that real estate is worth a grip load of money. Mr. Magoo, anyone here have thoughts on the Captain Willard? The Captain Willard, honestly, probably one of the best I think probably one of the best automatic affordable Seiko divers out right now. I wouldn't even look at any of the other Seiko divers that are on the current lineup right now, other than the Captain Willard. But that's me personally. Let's see. Junior John's, yeah, the Frankenmuth, world famous fried chicken. I've never tried it. Smells good. Clayton, yeah, I've driven through Christmas in the UP. I have. I've been all over through the UP, and I don't like going up there. And I probably will be going up there soon. I just had to emergency mail out a package to my son that he left back at home. He goes up to Michigan Tech, so I'll be driving up there to visit him. Probably after Winterfest, I'll probably go up there and visit him. Nick V says he lives in Naples, Florida. Fan of the channel. Thanks. Man, I love that Florida area there. You guys are on the right part of the town right there on the Gulf side. Nefarian says the Mackinac Bridge and island are amazing. I agree. I love going up to the island and just riding a bike around and just enjoying the sights and everything. There's a lot of hiking and riding bikes around. Yeah, no cars on Mackinac Island. Let's see, Desmo BC says the best value Seiko diver is not a Seiko, it's a steel dive. Yeah, some truth to that. There's some basically non-Seikos that are doing Seiko better than Seiko does. That's not a lie. Detroit Spartan says he grew up in the Flint area, hopefully not drinking all that water. Been to Zender's many times, decent chicken. I've heard of that too. Let's see. Floridian says he can't move too close to Dane, who's in the Florida down there too. He will try to spend my money on Zelos watches. You definitely need to get a hold of Dane though and meet up with him. Like he's super cool, and maybe he'll take you out to a brunch. He took me out. I said I could order whatever I wanted, so I ordered one of everything. No, I didn't. I think I just ordered some avocado toast or something like that. Steve, good question. Rob, I saw you review the Zen 104 and loved it, as well as the Breitling Colt 41. Which one would you go for? Apples to apples. If you're looking at the Zen 104 and the Colt 41, listen, common sense is going to tell you to go with the Zen 104. It retains its value better. I can't say it's a better watch. It's more universally accepted and holds its value better. I would go with the Breitling Colt 41 millimeter. That's me. Because the reason I would do that is because how often do you see pictures of people with their Colt 41? Right? You just don't. You see Zen 104s all over the place. Now they have so many different models, and even I'm looking at getting the 105 UTC. And the only reason I would even buy it is to bring it in on the channel just to show it. I probably wouldn't even keep it. So that right there leads me to believe that I really shouldn't even buy it. So really, I would go with the Colt 41. I mean, I could have bought a lot of different watches. This was just over $3,000 or like $3,000. There's a lot of other watches that compete with this, and I landed on the Breitling. I really do like Breitling watches. Let's see. Nikki H. Is Joma Shop a legit seller? Cheaper for most watches. I've ordered some watches on Joma. I know a lot of people that have bought watches on Joma, all the way up to even like $3,000-$4,000 watches. They have even higher end ones than that. They are a legit seller, and I don't think you're going to have any problems with it. I personally don't buy more expensive watches that way. If I'm going to buy a more expensive watch, I try to get it from an authorized dealer. You're really not going to pay that much more money getting it from an authorized dealer. Joe still has the 41 that I sold him. That's awesome, Joe. Hopefully you wear it too, man. That watch ran so good. I remember when I got it, wound it up, threw it on the time grapher. It was zero. It was flatline. It was a very pleasant surprise. That thing was so nice. Christian E says the Smith & Wesson watches look cool. I haven't had one in, but they actually do look the pretty nice looking watch. They have the tritium tubes, a lot of them. Nefarian says Joma's legit. He picked up his Oris Aquas there. Yeah, like Craig said, Joma's gray market. So I don't think they're an authorized dealer for anybody. If they are, maybe a few, but it's just gray market. So Matthew Marcus asked thoughts on the Squale watches. I like them. Actually, I was looking. I just posted up a picture of a Squale 1545 that I would totally buy. I don't have one sitting out right now. I found one that I would totally buy, and of course it's sold out everywhere. There's one guy on eBay that's selling it for more than what it cost to retail new because they're, I think, gone. I don't know if they're discontinued, but it's got a little bit of faux patina on it, and it has an orange minute hand and a black, and I forget what it's called, but it was through I don't know who sold it or whatever, but just a great looking one. So, all right, I'm going to take a couple more questions here, then I'm going to sign off. So we got Edward Klein says, "Did you flip the Black Bay 41?" The Black Bay 41 is right here. So, did I flip the Black Bay 41? Well, it's right here. That's all I can tell you. Let's see. Hi, do you have a Casio Edifice? I do not have a Casio Edifice right now. Matthew, yes, I think that is it. It's the Ferrovia or something from Noman. Yeah, that's the one. That's the 1545 that I would totally buy if I could find a deal on one. Bob says, yeah, Christopher Ward had a 50% off sale. And listen, they had a 50% off sale on watches that were like really good models. It wasn't just like some of the duds. So Junior Johnson's asking, why all the hate for Squale? There's not a lot of hate for Squale. There's a lot of people that spread a lot of hate for Squale. There's way more people that actually like the brand than there are that don't like the brand. The problem is all you are hearing is the hate. You're not hearing all the praise. I'm telling you, it's a good brand. They make good watches. I have seen issues with them. Actually, the root beer one that I had in here, it actually, I don't remember what thing, it gouged me. It hurt so bad, but there was a sharp piece of stainless steel metal near the clasp, and I was going to size it, and it jabbed right into me. It was pretty long, and I had to take that off and file it down and smooth it out. That's just bad quality control. So, and it got me, it bit me. So, but you got to watch that. That can happen with any watch brand. Yeah, those super compressors, Stuart. Yeah, you're right. The super compressors from Christopher Ward is just, that's a crazy good watch. And then they were at 50% off some of them. That is ridiculous. I don't know if there's any left, but holy crap, that is such a good watch. So that's probably one of my favorite watches in their lineup right now. Kevin S says TGV killed Squale as a brand. I disagree. I do like it. I know that's where a lot of it originated from. I think there's a lot of haters, just like there's a lot of haters for other YouTube celebs or anybody in the watch world, just like there is in any hobby. So they just direct that hate towards that person and towards a brand or something. I don't know. Well, I mean, what's the point? Like they're a good brand, and TGV has a good channel, and he puts out good content. So what is the problem? Sounds like Christopher Ward still has some good sale watches up. Scott, any advice on a reasonable priced skipper chrono? I don't even know what a skipper chrono is. I've never heard that lingo. Kevin, yeah, the new 39 does look good. I know Market Long Island Watch has them. Nomans has them. It's too small for me. I definitely want to get one on the channel. So if anyone's picking up one of the new Squale 39 millimeters, let me know. I definitely would like to see it and show it on video. I'm not going to buy one just because it's going to be, it's just not going to work for me for my wrist size. So I'm not going to buy it for my inventory, but I definitely want to see one. Yeah, we're talking about Archie and TGV. I mean, people have their feelings on a lot of different people in this world, so it kind of seems funny. Listen, guys, comparison is the thief of joy, right? That is a very wise statement from a wise man. Would you go for the Squale Tropic GMT or the Steinhardt GMT. I would go with the Squale over a Steinhardt. I think I've mentioned that before. I would pick a Squale over a Steinhardt. Do you think the Rolex bubble will pop in the next few years, or will it only get worse? It's definitely not going to pop. 100% not going to pop. Will it get worse? I don't know. It's pretty bad right. It's pretty bad right now. I don't know. I don't know what worse would look like. Never seen it. Is it? Alexi says Christopher Ward looks nice. I've never seen it. Is that a good watch? It's a killer watch for its price point. Are they perfect? No. But it is a killer watch for the price. All right, guys, I'm going to look at a couple more here and then I'm going to bolt. Ed says, Dan Henry thoughts. I think Dan Henry offers some really cool, fun looking watches for sure. Scott, does multicolored bezel on GMT still provide day-night indication if the GMT hand is slaved to the hour hand? That's probably one of my biggest problems with the I mean, I think there's a couple other movements out there that do it, but the GMT, in the Rolex way where you jump the hour hand and the GMT hand stays around is the proper way to do it, and that's the proper way to have the day-night bezel and everything. So I don't really have a use for GMTs. I don't use them in a function and everything like that. So I think people that regularly use GMT would be more educated on answering that for you. Let's see. Set the timer. Watchdog podcast. What's up next for the show? I don't think he posted it yet. I can't remember if he did or not. Joe's taking off. Heck, I'm taking off. 71 minutes. Good evening. Boysenberry says the red metal square releasing on the 15th. A few more days. I'm going to definitely get that thing. I got to check it out. Let's see. Stuart, when is the fun day drawing? I meant to kind of do it today. I kind of slacked off. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do the Sunday fun day drawing tomorrow, and then I got to make some videos and stuff like that. I gotta get my head back in the game. I feel like I'm still kind of on vacation or something. So I'll get back at it here soon. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I'm gonna kill the lights because I want you to see the lume on that Maritak. It's pretty impressive, and it's going to be next to the tuna. So we'll see how it performs next to the tuna, because that is a goal to reach for. Look at the lume on that. It's not quite tuna. The tuna is still the reigning champion, guys. These SBBN tunas are amazing. I can't wait to compare it to the new model, but the Maritak is just strong. It's very strong. Look at even the BGW9 lume on the bunker is very, very good. So I don't think, we'll see how the Breitling does. Breitling does pretty good too. It's no slouch. The Breitling does good. All right, guys, that's it. I'm out of here. Thanks for watching.